One thing that I have neglected to mention in this segment, Peter, today is the day that Watson meets the media. 1 o'clock Eastern, press conference. We thought, based upon the way they kind of slipped out the trio of statements from ownership, GM, and coach last week, that maybe they were going to dispense with a press conference in this case. Watson, now that he's been fully cleared by 2 grand juries, he's going to face the media. It'll be interesting to see what kind of questions he gets. It'll be very interesting to see what kind of answers he provides and how people react. And you're right, Browns fans aren't happy. My niece is a huge Browns fan. Huge. I mean, she has suffered through years of crap and has not deviated. She's thought about it. But she's always stuck with the Browns. She's not happy about this. And I asked her last week, if he settles these cases now and they're gone and they're done and it's over and this cloud doesn't just move from Houston to Cleveland of these allegations hovering over this guy, would that make you feel better? She said that would make me feel better. And I think a lot of Browns fans aren't happy, but to the extent that they aren't dragged down, that's what the Browns organization is missing. You're dragging your fan base down with these 22 allegations still pending. You are putting it over your team now. And that's why I think Stephen Ross, for all of the criticism he gets, he was not going to let his team trade for Deshaun Watson unless those 22 cases were settled. And I think there's a lot of wisdom to that, Peter.
I mean, look, Chris Greer said it at the scouting combine. We're out of the Deshaun Watson business. And I'm sure that once Brian Flores left the organization, that was something that the organization decided. There's been an incredible amount of, speculation on who was driving that bus. I believe it was Brian Flores, but who knows? We may never find out for sure. But whoever it was, in my opinion, Miami made the smart decision. Whatever happens eventually with Deshaun Watson, to trade for him now, to sign him now, particularly to give him the biggest contract, the biggest guaranteed contract by far in NFL history now is just, there are not enough, malodorous words to describe how I feel about that. But it stinks to high heaven.
And one last point on the Dolphins. You're right. I'm told that Flores was fixated. That's the word that resonates with me. He was fixated on getting Deshaun Watson, but everybody else was on board with it too. But he was fixated on making it happen. And look at how they played once the trade window closed. They won 8 out of 9 games. It was kind of, there's something about clearing clouds away. Whatever the cloud may be, if you've got something hovering over your team, there's something to be said for making it go away. And if I'm Jimmy Haslam, I've already said these cases have to go away. If I'm Jimmy Haslam today, I'm pulling somebody aside and I'm saying, look, there's only one way to do this the right way. Make these cases go away. And I don't mean it in a pejorative way or properly secure justice with these individuals. Have a mediation session with each one of them and find out what it's going to take to make them feel like that they have had justice done for them. Because that's why you sue somebody. You sue them for money damages. Let's figure out what it takes to make you feel like you have been treated fairly. 1 through 22, make it happen, make it end, and allow Deshaun Watson and the Browns to go forward, Watson to take his punishment from the NFL, and Browns fans not be dragged down by something that they don't believe, and they're right. They don't deserve to be dragged down by.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.